Hey guys, Dark Sea Bro here, and today I pretty much want to make a video on a cool little character known as Mr. Fantastic. Now, some people don't know how to play this guy, which is a little funny because I think he's quite easy to play, and considering that I play characters like, this guy. I mean, granted, I don't have these loaded yet, but they are like Centurion or whatever that rank is, including Moon Knight. I even got some of the Vanguards up there too, but it's like, because keep in mind, before I say do or say how to play Mr. Fantastic, I am more of a support player, So like you could take this with a grain of salt, just even though I
Winning
have him
isn't
at
always
Lord,
about
because that
hitting
doesn't mean
harder.
that I'm the best with him. It
Sometimes
just
it's
means I've
about
played him
thinking
enough
harder.
to kind of have a
Trouble has
general gist
arrived.
of him. And honestly, like I said, whenever I saw the general gist, like just playing him enough feels like you would just know how to play him after a while. Because he's not really that hard. He's only got a few buttons, and he only gets like one extra button, I believe, whenever he gets a team up, since he only has one team up, and that's the same team up as any of the Fantastic Four members, which is kind of goofy. But I mean, it's real. Like literally, that's all you get. Like these four buttons is pretty much all you're working with most of the time. But it's still funny how people don't really understand how to play this guy. Um, I'm not gonna hit my queen, so I'm gonna actually put someone here who I don't mind hitting. Yeah. Okay. So how it works is there's two kind of ways that you can really play him. I mean, like you could obviously do it the normal way,
We've
which
been
is like,
discovered.
just using your abilities in battle and just kind of doing that like normal. However, if you get to like diamond rank, which is about where I am, I think I'm like diamond 2 or diamond 1 at this point now. I forget. I could go check, but I'm not gonna go do that. So keep in mind, I'm not like century or like eternity rank or one above all. So this is not like I'm not team captain. Okay, this is not the world's best. Mr. Fantastic telling you how to play the game. It's just like giving tips and tricks for people who don't. But like you can pretty much just use his normal abilities like in battle and just do your
Well,
normal
hello
thing
there.
and do all that good stuff just normally in battle. Pretty much up until I think about platinum, then people start kind of getting smart, and then you gotta have to like change it up. But I mean, then again, I've also seen Mr. Fantastics in Eternity rank that I for some reason fought in quick
We've been
play.
discovered.
Granted, I do usually beat them, usually, but there are just some that are just better, and they just play like the normal where you just do that and then you fight. Now, there is the other way that you're supposed to play him, which is right before getting into an engagement with an enemy, you want to bulk up. Because, yes, I have more health than this 250 Mantis, but you also kind of want to, like, not be 350 health. Like, being at this level of health is just not where you want to be at, especially in higher ranked lobbies. Like even this is not that much because people can pop that. So what you usually want to do is you can stagger because even though it does deplete as you see, look, without hitting a single enemy, I was able to get my shield to 900 ish and also be big. So, and that's without hitting a single
We've been
enemy to gain that
discovered.
5%. Sometimes you will have to gain that 5% if you stagger, like, if you incorrectly stagger your three buttons here. But pretty much you should be able to get your cooldown back before you enter a battle. So, like, imagine you're in the lobby. You would go in to be in the lobby. It's like three, two, one, go, and then you would start walking, and then you one, right? You wait a second, and then you do your L2 or your stretchy arm, second stretchy arm to get that last 30%. Right? And then you do that, and then by the time it comes back, boom, there we go, and now we're in the battle. You know, you can easily do this, and like, yes, you will have a cooldown on your L2 or your L1. Now, some people think this is bad. However, keep in mind that while which this is only an issue because this feature isn't implemented. which I think is kind of goofy.
Trouble has
I really
arrived.
do think you should be able to use your abilities while big, but like the issue with this, right, is like if I'm big, right? Look, I'm hitting all these buttons. I can't use any of my abilities. You know, that's kind of whack. That's kind of whack. I'm not gonna lie. It is definitely whack. Like that, I could just do all of my work to get big, and yet I can't just do a stretchy arm grab. Like, what's preventing me from grabbing them two and smashing them together? I'm literally big. You know, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, though. So obviously, you know, because of that, then having a cooldown on your like button doesn't exactly matter because, you know, while you're big, you know, and your cooldown's going down, you're big, so since you already can't use it, it's like, eh, you know what I mean? Boom, do your L2, go to do the grab again, and then it's gonna start decreasing, but I could just go like L2, and now I'm big. And see, look, yeah, my cooldown's going. 3, 2, 1, and boom. There we go. See, right as I deform, it's already back anyway. So that's why it also just doesn't really matter. And now, for his ultimate, this is one of the most wackest ultimates to use in this game, and there is still some caveat to it, because a lot of people will just, like, get it, and then go, oh, I see a huge group of enemies, and just, like, you know, start going like this and doing that, going ham, you know, which is cool and all. You know, you can do that, but 9 times out of 10, if you're fighting any like slightly intelligent people, you know, people with the IQ over, you know, 0.5, they will kill you before you slam, you know, like a lot more times. So, what you should be doing whenever you get your ult is instead of just activating it when you see a giant group, which you still should, but like what you want to do is you always want to make sure you're practically like at this. I don't know what to say. Like you pretty much want to make sure that you're always at like around this number, like 80 to 90%, so that when you act like there, so at pretty much all times, so that whenever you do finally decide to pop off, right now, as you can see, I have extra health while I'm bouncing around. And so while they're trying to kill me because I have 800 health, which you know, and it keeps my because it's keeping my big form shields that like I get from being big. You know, it keeps that percentage or that health like boost. I guess I don't know if it keeps the damage boost, but it definitely does keep the health boost. You see what I mean? So it gives you extra health whenever you when you go this, because obviously like right now, right, like I'm not really I wouldn't be really that strong, and then I gained 400 just from popping the big mode. Like it's actually pretty cool. I like that a feature about this because it means that like you can kind of keep up, and then boom, pop. Now you got 950. Now and then you just go into battle slamming around. And a lot of other people tell you to do this and then do like not do that move and do the dash instead. Honestly, I don't really see a reason to cancel into dash, but like some people say like it's better to do the dash rather than the double slam. But honestly, I can't really say for sure. I've only ever done the slam. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've only ever done the slam because I just feel like it's kind of goofy to like go for the L2 and then not get double the damage. You know what I mean? And going like this and going like this and just having the chance to, you know, pop them like that, you know, feels way better than trying to dash in to get that extra movement. But I think the point of it is that I could go like this and then like turn around and then, you know, like shield my teammate or get some extra health, because it also what it does is you're technically like, let's say he's moving, it restricts their movement, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure it restricts movement, which a lot of people don't know, but you know it does. I gotta wait for this bot. Here we go. Yeah, see, look, I slowed him down. I'm like slowing him because it's like stretching. So some people will say like to do that so that you can
Trouble
get
has
that
arrived.
stretch, and then
I've
you
got
just
you.
like pull them over or something.
Success. Square.
And the next thing, which a lot of people don't know, but it's really not that useful, is that based on where your camera is like turning, will depend on how this man grabs people.
Well,
For
hello
example,
there.
like if I grab them and I just
Double
don't
the
do anything,
failure.
they'll just slam right there, right? But if
Not
I
so
grab them
fast, friend.
and I go, "Whoa!" and I turn them all over there, they get it's like way
Well,
more,
hello there.
more radius on that turn. Like, see, he ended up all the
That
way
was
over there,
unusually satisfying.
and yet he's right there. So I grabbed him from here and sent him over there, which, yeah, like I said, isn't going to be very useful as there's no universe. There's like almost no universe. In the words of Doctor Strange, I looked at 6,700,000 something at five, and only one of them are going to be one where you like sling someone off the map.
We've been
You know what I
discovered.
mean? It's just funny, but like realistically, this could be enough to
Well,
where if we're
hello
like
there.
1.1 seconds
Double
off,
the fun.
like away from, I guess like being overtime and losing, you could
Well,
realistically do
hello
this
there.
and then
The
just
odds
yeet
weren't
them
in your
over,
favor.
and then like they go flying. You know what I mean? You could just
Not
boom,
so
boom,
fast,
everyone
friend.
go this way, and
Success.
then move them away.
Square.
But the issue is now you have to turn like away from them. Obviously, if you up your sensitivity, which I do not. I mean, I'm Mr. Fantastic. Why do I need to up my sensitivity? I'm not Black Panther. I do have settings for Black Panther for that reason, but it's like you don't really like you have to fade. I shouldn't really have to mess with my sensitivity for Mr. Fantastic. Now the issue is though, but like if I do that, I'm now facing this way for while they're like
We've
over
been
here.
discovered.
So you know what I mean? They're gonna shoot me and possibly like smack me, which is why I don't usually flick them. So yeah, because it's just not that helpful anyway. So it's like if it was more helpful, I'd probably start doing it more. But it is an option. The next thing people don't know, which should be obvious, is the cleave. Is that you cleave
That's one
through
down.
people. You literally cleave
Double
through them.
kill!
I don't know why people don't know this, but it's just like, you just like just move your thing, and now I'm literally smacking,
Double
like
kill!
that.
Sorry
You see what
about
I
that.
mean? It's even better, obviously, if you're bigified. You know what I mean? It's way better because like now I can go like, and it just does a lot more damage.
No hard feelings.
Double kill! That's three!
That's
So
three.
it is
Trouble has
better.
arrived.
Now I did notice one thing, and it does feel like you have less range whenever you're big, than because your arms are more beefcake than when you're small. For example, we're gonna go at the maximum range that it will allow me to hit him. So right here is the maximum range, which was at that line practically. But yet I can probably hit him from the line, kind of.
The odds
Now,
weren't
okay,
in
so
your
it's
favor.
like you see that difference. So I had to be right about there when I was big, but I can hit him from here when I'm small. You know what I mean? It is a little bit of whack that the big mode is just like sometimes worse. And like in some cases, I will literally just because some people think like, oh well, I have to get in their face while big. Well, you can
Trouble
if
has
you need to
arrived.
like pseudo tank, but like let's say you have a tank of Thing and I don't know, Doctor Strange, but where like Thing is gonna be like all the way up here. He's gonna be like in their face, and then you have Strange pretty much doing the shield, and like they're pretty much doing the perfect duo tank, and you're just like the backup tank. Then in that case, sometimes it actually just genuinely is better to just take the health and leave. You know what I mean? Because you don't have to stay big. Some people think you do, but you actually could just take the health and then pop it down. And yes, it will start deflating, but like, look, I'm not taking that damage. You know what I mean? I'm not taking the damage even though it's depleting. Yes, it's gonna deplete faster, but like, you know, see what I mean? I could just wait that out and then go back to like, you know, smacking people. So sometimes I'll do that so I can go like, you know,
Well, hello there. A predictable
I mean?
outcome.
so I can do something like that. Granted, if you use your abilities to get big, right? Like if I was using my abilities and then I do this instantly, I'm not gonna have them to be able to do the rest of my combo. However, granted, in most cases you can just like, you know, get big and like even just, you know, smacking them is gonna be fine. You know, like I'm getting hit, but it's
That
like
was
boom,
simple.
okay, you know, I got him. Like sometimes
Should
doing
come in
just
handy.
that is gonna work. And people also should already know by now, but like yeah, this can reflect ultimates, it can reflect you know, that other good stuff. You know, it's a pretty good move. It's also an escape move to where like if I need to back up, I'm like, oh no, I'm in danger. Backing up, you know, and then I just shoot it back.
We've been discovered.
In fact, sometimes I won't even like face them when I do this move because some people think like you have to shoot somebody with this, like with the reflection. But sometimes I will literally just run and so I can like do my L1 on my teammate who's coming back. Because yes, while doing this and you know getting the reflection might seem better, so you can do that. Sometimes you're gonna die. You're gonna die if you do that. So it's better to like you know, feel like all the way up here. You know, I'm facing him, and I'm like, oh no, I need to go, and then you know
This
dash
should
that.
come in handy.
So honestly, or at least that's my opinion. I like to like. I know some people are gonna get mad and be like, "Why aren't you shooting back? Like, why didn't you reflect the shot?" Now, the only times it's better to reflect shots are like if it's a Scarlet Witch ult, you know, or like a one-shot ult, because it for some reason carries over. So like if I do this
Let me
move and
return
Scarlet
the
Witch
favor.
blows up on me, if you it doesn't matter where you aim at her, most
Trouble has
time
arrived.
unless she gets healed during you shooting that attack back at her. I've noticed that it pretty much kills her all the time because I guess it would kill anyone, so it's supposed to be like a one shot. Now, obviously, I've only like reflected shots back at them. Granted, I don't know if I like do take
Let me
Scarlet
return the
Witch ult like
favor.
this, if I could shoot at a tank and it would kill them. I don't think so,
Excellent.
but you know, I also don't want to like tell you guys like yes, that's how it works. Like it literally just absorbs the attack, you know, the one shot ult, and then shoots it back at him. Like no, it will one shot the person who shot it, but it's like it's not gonna one shot probably a tank. You know, like I've shot tanks. I'm pretty sure before with like after like taking a Scarlet Witch ult, and then they just took a lot of damage. So I think if there is a damage percentage, like if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure it's around 250. I think if
We've
you
been discovered.
reflect an ult
A
like this,
futile
you
attempt.
literally do 250 damage to them. Because if I'm not mistaken, or no, is it 300? I think you literally just do whatever. You see that number at the top that says 300? I think you legit just do whatever that damage is. So like I only took
The
75
odds
damage
weren't in
right
your
there, so I'm
favor.
probably only gonna do 75 damage retest.
A futile attempt.
So that's the 75. Yeah, so it's like around. I don't know if it counted that last shot he did, the bot did, which would be 100 damage,
Excellent.
but he pretty much shot like 75 damage. And if I'm not mistaken, these bots usually have like around 200 or 250 health, like a normal player or whatever, like a support. So yeah, I think it literally just
Let me
does
return
like
the
the max
favor.
300, which is why I would one shot any non-tank because 300 damage would almost
We've
kill
been
me,
discovered.
but wouldn't kill me if I'm at full health. You know, what I mean, if it wouldn't exactly kill me, but it would do like pretty much all my health, and then you would just like you know punch me right afterward because you can go right into it. I'm
A futile attempt.
it's actually funny how you could just go like you know right into it and go bang. You know, what I mean, and also other people keep forgetting is you can also end it early. You don't have to wait that timer. Some people just like think you're just gonna sit there and wait, but you can also just end it early at any point, and it
The
will
odds
shoot
weren't in
whatever
your
damage you've
A
accumulated.
futile attempt.
Now, and I've actually done this because some people will be like Bucky's waiting to like charge grab you, and so they'll count like the there'll be a node and
futile
count 4 seconds,
attempt.
so that when your invincibility ends, they grab you. But sometimes I'll just go like boom, 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 have a sight, boom, and I'll just like jump out of it. Like I'm thing, I'll just get out of it. Now, about
We've been
Sue
discovered.
Storm team up. I'm not gonna lie, this is my favorite character to have on my team whenever I am, this guy. And it's not because lore wise, it's like his wife. It's literally this
Shield
shield goes
activated.
crazy. Like when you take, damage from these bots, like if I took damage, see, like I gain like that shield in health to where I go back to 350. I'll still be
Good
taking the
work,
damage,
Susan.
right? But it's gonna constantly keep going up until it gets to 350. And yeah, or like the amount for I think like 350 like shield. I think it's the max. Right.
Shield
Like I'm pretty sure
activated.
that's how they do it is they make it to where like my shield is based off that. Now realistically, if I was doing this would be
Good
even
work, Susan.
crazier because I'd be infinitely gaining shield.
Trouble has
But
arrived.
as I'm taking damage, it's gonna give me more shield to the thing, which is awesome. And now I know what you're thinking. Okay, well, cool. It gives you more health, but
This should come in
why
handy.
is this team up crazy for Mr. Fantastic? Well, you see here is what I like to do is, especially before I pop ult, is if there's a Susan Richards on my team, then I like to, get
I
big.
understand, but
First, hold
no
up.
complaints.
Hold, 1 minute. Oh, I mistimed it. Mistimed it because you can actually stop. Like some people don't know this, but you can also stop yourself from transforming if you like do this.
That
And you see
almost
that?
hurt.
Like boom. I can hit a button after that, so that I pretty much don't don't transform like that. See? So now I'm at 100. It's gonna stay that way, but I'm gonna and
Trouble
so I
has
can do
arrived.
other buttons even though I'm at 100. Um, and then like I think it only lets you get one in though. If I'm not mistaken, you only get one input in. Uh, so you really got to choose wisely which input you're gonna do. Um, but sometimes I'll do this. Oh my god, I mistimed it. Gap. Because the circle one doesn't like to do it. I
That
do
almost
this
hurt.
and then do that. See, look, now I'm big, and then I go for it.
Fantastic.
And bam, bam, bada boom, bada bing. And let's say I was
Sorry about
losing
that.
let's say at that moment, right, like I'm getting blasted or whatever, and during my
Good
ult,
work, Susan.
well, luckily now during my ult, even though I'm ulting, I'm getting my health back, which is awesome.
Trouble has arrived.
That's usually how I
Excellent.
use that move is because you can just do that. In some other cases, if you are gonna go big and just rush in, because sometimes you do have to tank at Mr. Fantastic. It just be like that.
Well, hello there.
It's just unfortunately like that. So what I like to do is I
An
will,
extra force field? Great.
do my combo, do this, um,
Good
pop
work, Susan.
circle, get big, and then
That was unusually
I'll like
satisfying.
attack. You see what I mean? So now, and then I'll like if I'm like, and then in case I like jump in, right? Because sometimes you have to, if your tank is not there or you need to push for the rest of your group, you have to lead the charge, which does mean you're gonna take a buttload of damage. You know, so it's like, I gotta like,
We've been
I might
discovered.
die. I might still die,
Good
even though I
work,
have
Susan.
this and the 950 health that I accumulated. But what it pretty much equals is, I think, around 1,150 health. I'm sorry, I might have to fact check myself, but I'm pretty sure it's 1,150. That's the full. Well, that's the full technical health amount of health you would have if you do that combo. You turn big preemptively, and then you activate shield. Yes, it puts your moves on cooldown, but by the time you're done being big, like I said, all your moves are coming back except your shield. That's the only one that's gonna like take a while because for some reason, even though he already bad, 20 seconds. But granted, again, as you can see, the timer is going down even though I'm, using it. So you really only have
Trouble has
15
arrived.
seconds. Granted, that doesn't matter because, let's be real, the 3 seconds that you're, or like 3 to 4 seconds that you're big is not gonna, equal the amount of time you're gonna be taking with that shield. But it's fine. So, yeah. But it's still a good note because 1,150 health is, if I'm not mistaken, around the same level of health as like Hulk whenever he turns big. Which, let me check here. Yeah, no, actually he's still weaker. So Hulk has 1,500. So keep in mind, this is with Hulk ulting, by the way. So as without an ult, without a singular ult, because keep in mind, right now with me doing, being normal Hulk, I only have 750. So already, if you do good as turning big, you're having more health than a full health Hulk by a pretty big margin. But on top of that, the fact that he has to ult to have only 350 more health than you is crazy. You know what I mean? And even with the resistance for this guy, like it's not gonna be that much. Now, yes, he does gain health. So he gains 950 as well whenever he does his charge. Which I might do a video for because some people don't know you gain health. And by the way, in case you're wondering why he's not 950 now, is because if you punch, you gain 50 at all times. So if you punch and then Yancey, that's 950. So, with that being said, that means that if just being big, right, just your bigify mode is equal to a big, literally doing a punch combo into a Yancey, and then without ulting, just only having, the best healer in the game already, hopefully on your team, because, no offense, but like, if we just take a look at the healers, there's only so many healers that are actually good. Like, to be fair, Loki's gonna want one of these anyway, right? And if you see any of these guys, you're doomed. You're doomed. But like, she's already a very awesome healer. She's already a dope healer. So by pretty much having her just exist on your team, which is funny because she just like, obviously she can also shield you, which could give you even more time in the battle. Like if she's like hitting a shield on me, then I'm gonna be alive for longer. But it's just funnier that like her existence allows me to have almost as much health as Hulk using his best move. And that's not even including like me using my ultimate to get more damage on someone, which is funny. Last thing for the people at home, if you didn't already know this, then clearly I guess you came to the right place. And that's your ult placement. If it wasn't obvious, using your ult outside versus using it indoors. See how that difference is? Like, yeah, you could bounce, but like actually bouncing inside is actively better because like doing this, it's quicker bounces versus having to go all the way up like because this man is so extra for the low amount of damage he's doing. Like, look at this LeBron James all hop, bro. Look at, like, why is he hopping like this? Why is Bo hopping like this to do 2 damage? Why is he doing that? I have no clue. And why he doesn't continuously hop? I don't know. Now, granted, I don't know, like, why they don't just make it to where, like, it's pretty much, if you also don't know, is if you don't hit anybody, for example, 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, you only get 3 hops. That's because the first and second hop are pretty much freebies, so you can try to get someone. And if you don't, you're done. But if you hit someone, on any of them, that's an extra hop.
Ben time.
See? So you get an extra hop. So usually what you can
Trouble has
do, even
arrived.
if you don't hit someone, because I have seen some players do this, which can work, is since the first two don't, like, the only hop you need to actually hit is, like, after the second one. Because you only get 3 hops, so if you pretty much miss, right, and then go for that third hop, and now I'm bouncing on my enemy.
You
You see what I mean?
failed.
So some people will do that. They'll like leap at you from across the map, you know, because they can. You know, it's like boom, and then they just do that kind of thing where they miss the first two, but because they're like, you know, leaping across the map, like look,
Rousing.
like I can almost make it to him, and that's crazy. And I literally was going like, and I did a U-turn, a whole U-turn. So some people will do that, and that's kind of crazy, but it can work. Since, you know, like I said, the third
Trouble
hop
has
is the
arrived.
only hop you actually need to hit, and then to continue the bounce combo. So now, granted, if I had control over this game, what I would do for his ult is I'd make it to where every time you hit someone, just like Bucky, where when you kill someone with the mark, you know, it gives you your ult back. Instead of him getting his ult back, I would just make it to where it constantly lets him bounce. Because I don't know why they thought that would be too broken for this guy. It's honestly kind of goofy. For a guy who can only kill them because they're standing still and not healing, you know, it's kind of whack. Like, I feel like I should be able to, like, you know, because keep in mind, I can still be hit while in this form. Like, I can still die. Like, if they're shooting at me, I'm gonna get hit. Yeah, see, you can see he can still kill me. So if I'm low HP and like they just bop me, then it's like, well, you know, my ult's gone and I might have killed nobody.
We've been discovered.
Like, I've even done my ult one time on healers and they just did not care. Like, I watched an Adam Warlock and a Sue Storm quite literally ignore me, bouncing on their noggin like this. Like, I'm just slamming down, and they just did not care. They simply did not give a damn. And it's because they could, all he did was soul bond. And keep in mind, Sue Storm they were running triple healers, so there was Cloak and Dagger in there too.
This should
But it
come in
was
handy.
like, the fact that they were able to just like out heal my full ultimate is kind of whack. Because there's not many characters who can out heal an ultimate, right? Like if I run up and I'm Spider-Man, you know, there's some people who just won't live that when I do that move. Now, granted, if you get slept during this said ult, then you're gonna, you know, that's it for you, right? But like, there's also cases where it's like Namor, like there's very rare cases where the character just doesn't have kill potential, and that's the only reason why they're not killing anybody. You know, like he was, I'm pretty sure already there. You know, yeah. So it's like there's just rare cases where that's not happening. Granted, I think if I hit them in the middle, it would kill them. But I'm pretty sure, like if I'm like, you know, if they move, like let's say they're right there, I don't think it kills me. Yet. You see what I mean? So there are ults where you just don't kill people. You know, there are just some of them.
Literally half the battle.
And there's nothing you can do about that.
Shot, if I do say so myself.
He wasn't full health, obviously, from the name World. Yeah, but that's just like, that just be how it is, you know what I mean?
Looking for a
It
new
just
challenge.
be like that, unfortunately. Now, obviously, you know, it's not really like these characters' fault that they can't ult and instant kill, you know what I mean? Like how some characters can, like, or, well, I mean, she can be stopped, but it's like, you're not really gonna stop her, let's be real. And then this guy, like, you're not really gonna stop him either, really, unless you get out of it. But, like, a lot of these characters are more just like, if you're just moving out the way. But
My
this guy
inventions have saved
is
worlds,
one of the
but the
very
best thing I
few
ever built
characters.
was my
Again,
family.
the only other few characters who don't also are in this category, you know, because even Hawkeye can kind of just go like, nah, I'm gonna cook you. But like, there's only literally like 3 characters I'm pretty sure where like if you just stood still, it didn't. It would not matter. See, that might be less now that I think about it. Yeah, but it like Black Panther is a technicality, really. His is a technicality. Like, again, this is assuming that you just stood still, looked at the other healer, and was like heal, 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 heal. You know, doing that kind of thing, like the patty cake method. Like a lot of these characters would kill you if you just decided to try to do the patty cake method, like this person. Granted, like like I said, she if there's a lot of people in her ult, or you do the patty cake method, then her ult's just not it's not good. The same with her. You do the patty cake method, you're just gonna out heal her. Yes, she can possibly snipe you and kill you instantly if she goes boom bam like right into it. But that's also like assuming you don't hear the beware the exploding plasma or plasma burst. Like you would hear her. You're gonna hear her coming unless she just clicks it. Now, and then even if she does, she's gonna kill like one of you. And if you're running triple healers, that's not the craziest thing. That might it might turn the tides, especially if you're in higher ranks, but it's not gonna really do anything in lower ranks. And then my guy, Mr. Fantastic here, who has a not so fantastic ultimate, unfortunately. He could just bounce on your head and it won't matter because and you don't even need a lot of healers. I've actually tested this. You can survive him doing the bounce method with just these two right here. The Guardians of the Galaxy can out-survive him, which means any of these other characters can too. You could put Jeff and Snow together. They are going to out-heal the flip out of him. You put Loki, well, that would be obvious. He out-heals like everybody. Let's be real. That man has the Chad face for a reason.
Trouble has
So,
arrived.
With that being said, honestly, I don't think it'd be too crazy to say that his ultimate could be redone to where like every time he hits you, he just continues to bounce. Like he doesn't stop bouncing until he misses. After the third bounce, if he misses, at any point in time, his ult stops. But if he never stops missing, then I think he should never stop bouncing. Because overall, he technically does do more damage on a bounce than he does with, like punch or whatever normal moves you have. So, and it's an AoE of a giant circle. I mean, you can literally see the circle here. It's a pretty big circle. So, honestly, it's gonna be more effective anyway. But it's also it makes more sense since he can already die anyway, right? So, therefore, if it wouldn't be too overpowered because it's not like he's invincible or he gets he doesn't gain anything from doing it. Like I don't gain bonuses. See what I mean? I'm not gaining anything. I'm just ultra. You can even check here. All it does is slow enemies, and then you can hit someone. It doesn't give them any bonus health like any of the other characters. Actually, not all the characters get bonus health, but I mean, what is 250? And then I come down, I have 700. Like, what? So you're telling me that's okay? And then she's completely intangible when she does hers. Yeah, she might not kill anybody, but, you're not hitting her. What are you going to do to her while I'm doing this? Nothing. You're going to do nothing. You're going to wait for me to finish, and that's all you can do. His is just kind of quick, so it's okay. And his is he doesn't gain anything either, but I mean, the moon.
The moon haunts you.
You see what I mean? There's a difference. Especially with characters like this, yeah, she also doesn't gain health, and she can die during her ult. But I mean, look at this. You think this is equal? How is this equal to Mr. Fantastic bouncing? And as you saw, I was gaining bonus health from popping them. And now, of course, yeah, there's also characters like this guy.
Supernova!
But I mean, You're just gonna be in the air doing this.
Double KO. That's 3.
You see what I mean?
4 in a row.
So it's like, yeah, you may not gain health on some of these guys, but like, I mean, I can be a damn sure nuisance with this guy. You know, I mean, I could do some sort of thing like that, and then you walk into the area, you're cooked. Or I could even like single fire it, like, you know what I mean? Just
Double KO. That's 3.
the ultimate tornado.
Wow, 4 in a row. 5.
Like, you see what I mean?
Amazing.
I could do something like that even. But that could like kill people. Don't even get me started on why this woman doesn't get, you know, bonus. Oh, she knows! That's how you know I don't play this character. That's how you know I don't play this character. Because I never knew she gained bonus health. Which is even crazier. You're telling me she gets bonus health when she has a move? This woman, right here, this woman has a move who literally will kill you no matter what if she fully can pull it off. You know. But this guy, the smartest guy in the goddamn universe, doesn't get anything when he except a goofy Uber looking ultimate and doesn't gain anything from it. Are you serious? That's so unfair. Which is also why I kind of don't. I only play him sometimes because I think it's just cool because it gives you survivability. He's like my Mirio from My Hero. Because in My Hero Ultra Rumble, I would always go Mirio so I could survive. And so this guy is pretty much my survive guy. Because then I could just like do this. I can play around people's moves. You know, doing that kind of thing. Doing a lot of this. This is what I'm doing. I'm doing a whole lot of this. Most of the time, like in a fight, I'm just swinging. I'm just swinging like this. Because the reason why you do this, because some people like to do the side to side line, which is fine and all, you know. But let's be real, people don't always just go like this or like this. Some people will go, you know, like they'll go upward. You need to be able to get them. So by doing this, you're getting like a whole parameter where like no matter where they go, you're gonna get them in this circle. As long as they're in this circle, it's gonna get them. It's gonna get them eventually. You know what I mean? So it's a lot harder to miss than doing this because that means if you do this right, if they go up or somehow go down or go backwards, then you have like 3 weaknesses. You got 1, 2, and 3. Versus like doing this, I'm covering all the bases. So the only form of weakness I have is literally, I'm pretty sure if they stood still. That's the only form of weakness if I'm mistaken. Or if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so they would literally have to stand still in order to or go backwards. So that's 2 weaknesses versus 3 weaknesses. You see what I mean? Line 1, 2, and 3. That's 3 weaknesses. Circle, standing still, weakness, and going back. Always going back is always going to be the option against a Mr. Fantastic. You just want to let him know that he got that, Chief. He got that. You leave him alone. But like that's always going to be his weakness. But like it's always like you have 2 weaknesses with that one versus 3 weaknesses with this one, which you want less weaknesses even if it looks goofier. And let's be real, standing still is not really a weakness because as long as you don't have teammates who are going to be like those guys, those bots over there, and you have any teammate that's like this bot right here, and they're going to be shooting that person who is standing still. So yeah, you may miss them, but like you don't really he's not about getting kills. You don't need that MVP screen that badly. You know what I mean? You're just trying to cook people and force them to leave you alone so you can create space for your team. So by them standing still, you're giving your team chances to cook them. So I don't really count that as a weakness. I think he only really has the normal 1 weakness of backing up. But, you know, if you want to count it, I wanted to be honest. With that being said, that's really all you got. Also, make sure that you remember that you can hit past walls. That's the last tip. Just you can punch. Like, even though I'm going around this wall, if they're like right there, if let's say there was an enemy right there, and I
We've
would
been
be able to hit them.
discovered.
So I think if I can't even reach it from there, unfortunately, so I would show you guys. Actually, like, can I do it for me? Yeah. Okay. So, hold up. See. So you can go to cover and still punch a person around the wall. So just remember this. You can do that. That's the last thing I wanted to show. And yeah, so hopefully these tips will help you. That being said, I'll see you on the next video. Peace out.